All right, there's no denying that when it comes to dating, it's getting a little bit less enjoyable. And with apps like TikTok and Instagram, we're getting lucky enough to be able to capture every amazing moment that we see first dates going pretty much 100% according to plan. I mean, with the amount of icks that I see girls having at this point, then I don't know what we could do right. Did you happen to trip on your first date? Well, it's pretty much over. She saw you at your lowest point. Did you raise your hand a little bit weird when you asked for the check? Well, guess what? There's not going to be a second date, so you won't have to worry about that. When you offered to pay for the meal, did you use a debit card that wasn't her favorite color? Well, I'm sorry. Well, that's not the mother of your children. But if you think some of those were some of the most low reasons you cannot date a guy, well, I think this video is for you. Because let's start with girl number 1, who, I'm not joking, left her date because a guy didn't want cheese on his hamburger. I mean, if that's not a red flag, then I don't know what is.
Guys, I just got back from a Hinge date. Why am I doing this to myself? So we scheduled to go to dinner. We are sitting at the restaurant. Seems very nice. Not a catfish. Things are going well. And the waitress comes over. She wants to take her order. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take the branzino. And he said, I'm gonna take the burger. And the waitress asked him, okay, how do you like your burger? He said how he likes his burger. And do you want some cheese on your burger? And he asked, is this gonna be extra? And she says, yes, it's $3 extra. And he said, okay, then never mind. Over there, and I'm like, what the actual fuck? I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat my branzino and see what happens. And he's like, oh my god, you have to pay extra for everything these days. And I'm like, yeah, it's New York City. So I got my branzino, he got his burger, we were eating. And once I was satisfied, I got up and I was like, I'm going to the restroom for a second. And I took my purse and I went to the waitress and I was like, hey, I just want to pay the bill. And I just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant. And I texted him. So I texted him, the check is taken care of, you should have gotten the cheese. And I blocked him.
I think the part that amazes me most about this video is the fact that, in some sense, I think he won here. Got a free meal out of it, and he only had to deal with her for about 20 minutes before he realized, wow, this girl's crazy. And I think what amazes me most about when I see these videos that clearly show somebody who's crazy and then they upload the video themselves is when they get 100 comments telling them that they're crazy, they still don't seem to get that they're crazy. Like, I know you might see this video that has 300,000 likes and you go, wow, that's a lot of likes. But keep in mind, it has over 7 million views. Percentage-wise, that's not very high. So even though there is not a dislike button on TikTok, I can assure you, and you're just gonna have to take my word for it, most people do not agree with her. Even though we shouldn't have to dig too deep for why not wanting $3 cheese a little bit excessive, I think walking out on the date is a little strange. And to top it all off, like I said, this girl does not think she's crazy. If anything, she's feeding into it. She actually acknowledges she's crazy, but the good kind of crazy.
Do you think I don't know that I'm crazy? I'm crazy. But you are taking it to a different level. You really need to take it easy. Some people going through all of my videos, commenting that I'm ugly, that I'm a 4, that I'm a 2, that I don't deserve love, I should die alone, I should delete myself, I should kill myself.
Well, who would have thought that when you showed a very superficial side of you, walking out on a date because a guy didn't want to spend an extra $3 on a food that he was going to eat, and you publicly posted a video inherently trying to embarrass this stranger, wow, it is a little uncalled for somebody to say that they think you're unattractive. That's just too far. And again, I hate when people who say that they are aware that they're crazy say it with like a badge of honor. A lot of the times they'll say it's related to their ethnicity. If you are aware that you're crazy or you think it's some quirky thing, you should probably fix that before trying to pull other people into it. I know some people might say, well, they're probably joking, but then there's instances like this where you're going on TikTok trying your best to make a fool out of somebody else, and when it flips on you, you're just crazy. It's not that you're superficial and maybe you're just a little bit entitled. You're just a little crazy. You're just got a little Spanish in you, maybe. That's just how we are.
Not okay in any way. Why are you taking this stupid video so seriously? I'm having a laugh about it. The guy is having a laugh about it.
The reason why people are taking it so seriously is because it isn't a stupid video. This isn't a fictional story. You told a real story of a real person that you walked out on and probably would have been very confused. So it's not a fictional story. You're telling a story even though it might not affect us. It could definitely upset people because you're putting out to the public that you are what some might call extremely narcissistic. Somebody who's actually trying to get to know the person they're on a date with would not judge them for not wanting to pay an extra $3 for cheese.
Stupid video so seriously. I'm having a laugh about it. The guy is having a laugh about it.
I highly doubt that he was laughing when he was alone in the restaurant. Maybe he was laughing because he got a free meal out of it. That's pretty cool. But I can guarantee you he was sitting there going, damn, I wasted my time. That chick was really weird.
We're talking still, and we're gonna go on a second date.
The dude's going on a second date with her? If that is true, then I don't have his back anymore. Because this guy, is there a bigger red flag that a girl could have on a first date than walk out because you ordered cheese? And then she's pretty much only going on a second date with you because she's been cyberbullied beyond belief to finally accept, hey, maybe I'm a little crazy.
He laughed about it. He's a psycho like me, and we're gonna have fun.
He's a psycho like me. Actually, it was a coincidence. He walked out on the date too because he was judging me for not judging him about getting cheese. So he actually left at the same time I left. He snuck out the back. I snuck out the front. Overall, it was like a fairy tale.
And you're going laughing about my TV? Yeah, I know that I'm broke. I'm a fucking student. I'm an unpaid intern. I'm broke. My rent is half of my paycheck. I'm broke.
There's so much to unpack in every sentence that's coming out of this second video. So she is also struggling financially, and she judged this guy who didn't want to spend extra money on cheese. I don't even know what to say.
Paycheck. I'm broke. And yeah, I have a huge credit debt. And and I'm fine about it. I'm broke and it's gonna be okay. And I make really bad financial decisions.
All right, this is just getting personal at this point. I don't even know what she's getting into. I feel like what you're trying to say is you wouldn't have paid for extra cheese as well. I think that's what we can establish. I would say if somebody came over and said, hey, cheese is an extra $3, you'd say, hey, that's going to my rent. So you guys have a lot in common.
But when I go out on a date or to a restaurant with a friend, I'm not gonna bitch about money. I'm gonna enjoy myself and I'm gonna deal with the money later.
You're clearly not enjoying yourself. That's the opposite of enjoying yourself. Going and being like, did he just say he didn't want cheese? I'm leaving. That's the opposite of enjoying yourself. A person who enjoys themselves wouldn't have even remembered that part of the date.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's expensive. When you go into a wine bar and they sell a glass of wine for $15, are you gonna bitch and be like, yeah, I can buy a whole bottle of wine for $15? When you go to a restaurant, you pay extra. You're not gonna pay like you pay in a supermarket. All of you guys going through all of my videos, all of my Instagram photos, commenting me these mean comments.
And to be fair, she could have removed the video if she was able to reflect and say, hey, I kind of seem like a terrible person based on this video. I kind of seem like I suck. But she left it up because the likes and all that to her was more valuable than, I guess, her reputation. And I could tell you, TikTok doesn't really make you any money. It's just exposure. So the exposure, even though it was mostly negative to her, is still more worth it than her reputation, which again makes me believe I think she's just got an ego problem.
You know what's funny? The guy doesn't even have Instagram. He's not on social media. He doesn't have TikTok. He's not on Reddit.
So he doesn't have social media. So he hasn't seen the fact that this has gone viral, so that is why he probably got a second date with her, or wants to go on a second date. Does he know that it was because of the cheese? If I didn't see the TikTok, I am less likely to go, because now I'm like, she just walked down on a date with me over cheese. And then she texted me. That's so weird. This is a weird woman. And I like how she named in there that he doesn't have a Reddit.
Yeah, he doesn't have TikTok. He's not on Reddit.
I was over here like, wait, he doesn't have an Instagram? He's got to have a Reddit, though. He has a Reddit? No? Who doesn't have a Reddit? Anyways, that's all I could talk about with cheese. This has been a pretty pointless video, and overall, been way too much discussion of cheese for just a video alone. If you like this video, make sure you like this video. If you didn't like this video, make sure you ask me on a date, and we go to Chipotle, and we get to the section for guac, and I find out that it's $4 extra. I don't want to get it, so there's probably not going to be a second date. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and have a good day.